Yes, hello there and a very warm welcome. My name's Avnish Hegde. We're going to watch this absolute special show on India's finest shuttle. I'm talking about PV Sindhu, who's ended her gold quest in Basel last night. We'll bring you the best of it. But just quickly to recap, what transpired in Switzerland was something sensational. Take a look before we move on further. Third time lucky? The last time PV Sindhu and Nozomi Okuhara met in the World Championships final was in 2017. In a pulsating encounter that lasted nearly 2 hours and involved a 73-shot rally, Okuhara emerged victorious in the end. Sindhu again reached the final a year later in 2018, only to go down to Catalina Marin of Spain. However, she broke the jinx in 2019, brushing aside her opponent with a dominant show from start to finish. Yup, ace shuttler PV Sindhu on Sunday became the first Indian to win the BWF World Championships, crushing Japan's Nozomi Okuhara 21-7, 21-7 in just 36 minutes in the final.
With a smile that goes from ear to ear.
In a stark contrast to the world number 3, Sindhu, the Japanese world number 4 on Sunday, looked completely at sea against the Indian star's relentless attacks.
And that's gone long.
Sindhu's gold is a second medal that India won at the Worlds this year, with Sai Praneeth winning a bronze in the men's singles category. And after a stroll in the park in the final, Sindhu was simply delighted with her success.
Well, definitely a great moment for me, and I'm really very happy because I really wanted this win, and of course, as you said, silver and again silver, and third time I got this gold, so it is a very important win, and I'm really very happy, and finally a world champion. So I think it was a great tournament for me, and World Championships is somewhere everybody prepare and come, but I think I've really prepared myself and played my game and gave my 100%. Yeah.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Super Sindhu reigns supreme once again, and now that she's broken her gold jinx, expect a gold rush the way she's going. Sports Bureau, India ahead.
Sindhu. There was nothing lucky about that. It was clinical, it was brilliant, and she was precise.
Absolutely. Clinical, brilliant and precise. Those are the words to absolutely describe PV Sindhu and her stellar feat in Switzerland. Now, let's just throw a couple of illustrations for you all out there, scratching your head back home, I presume, of what she's actually achieved. Because you look at some of the key takeaways from her success on the courts of Basel. She became the first Indian, remember, to win the BWF World Championships. Lots of Indians, which we'll show you and come to in a due course of time. But this is one of the most one-sided finals in the championship history. To finish the game off in 36 minutes, 21-7, 21-7, was an absolute joke, to say the least. Unbeaten against Chinese shuttlers. Now, she's maintained that record not just in this tournament, but since 2013. I'm being told by the producer of my year. What about the joint most medals at the championship? She's done successfully in that as well, winning 5 to, I think, tie with the Chinese veteran in 2001, Zhang Zheng. So that's a Sindhu. But what about the other Indian achievements at the BWF World Championships? We have to trace ourselves all the way back to 1983, where Prakash Padukone was absolutely brilliant, bringing bronze for India. He, of course, was not just the only men's singles to do so, because this year Sai Praneeth did the same. But when we talk about the other people to appear on that list, we talk about Jwala Gutta and Ashwini Ponnappa and what they did in 2011, and of course Saina Nehwal. We can never ever forget what she brought to the party, 2015 and 2017 as silver and bronze respectively. But what about Sindhu's stellar feats since that Olympic silver medal in Rio? Because she keeps telling me, whenever I spoke to her as well and interviewed her, was that that was a game changer. That was a catalyst in her success going forward, and some amazing achievements on that stellar CV of hers. Basel was the latest achievement, but Nanjing last year fell to, of course, I think Catalina Marin it was, and then 2017 it was Okuhara and Glasgow. So all in all, Silver, 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 and now gold, which will be absolutely a sigh of relief for Sindhu, to say the least. Right, and I'm delighted to say that we're going to be joined in by PV Sindhu's mother herself, who of course joins us right now on India Ahead. Thanks so much for your time, ma'am. We really appreciate, because we understand media houses all over the country, let alone the world, must be ringing your phone lines, and we of course got in touch with you. First and foremost, I'm going to throw a cliche out for you over here. How proud are you of your daughter and her achievements?
I am very, very happy. I cannot express in words. We are in ninth cloud, actually. It's very difficult to explain my feelings.
Absolutely. I mean, she's humble, you're humble. We can tell by your reactions as well. It's quite brilliant. She dedicated this win for you, ma'am, because it was your birthday. So, having said that, a happy belated birthday to you. How special and memorable was it a day indeed?
Never in my life I got tears in my eyes when I hear that. It's a very precious gift by Sindhu to my birthday.
Precious gift indeed that you'll remember for a long, long time. Have no doubts about that whatsoever. Quickly, before we let you go, I have to ask you about this whole silver jinx that she shattered right now. A gold rush awaits, I presume?
Yeah, definitely. Every time she'll expect gold only. She will go like that only. But sometimes it may happen. Ups and downs will be there. And every day they can't play same game because so many factors. Maybe shuttles it won't suit. Sometimes the courts with most of the time that wind and other things, health wise, cold. So we know so many factors are included in that. So we hope so. If she plays like this only, definitely she will be a golden girl.
Right, we appreciate your time for speaking to us in India Ahead, and we wish your daughter and you, of course, all the success in the world in the days to come. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's take this discussion forward because we have some fine minds and some evergreen men, shall I say, in our studio. And of course, we also have Priyanka Dio joining us from the comfort of our Noida studios. Beg your pardon, actually, she is in Kashmir, so she's got us on Skype, which is pretty cool indeed. Right, let's now throw in the questions to the gentlemen per se. I'll bring on Mr. Syed Farooq Kamal first. Let me introduce all my guests first and foremost. Of course, Nagendra Ashwath, who makes his debut on the show with me. So we'll throw him a couple of looseners early on. He's a sports analyst to analyze how this stellar feat from Sindhu has been really spreading like wildfire, not just on Twitter, on the social circles, but generally in the world of sport. She's done our country proud and put our India on the map again. So we appreciate your time, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this show. I'll start with Mr. Kamal. What is it with PV Sindhu? Because she just keeps going higher and higher, and her tail to the top has been quite riveting.
First of all, I would like to congratulations for all the family members of PV Sindhu. And really, we all the Indians are proud by backing her the gold medal and silver, 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 and then back to gold. She is really a golden girl for our country, and we all Indians are proud of her, each and every one. That's the way that she carries on the game, what we have seen her from past many years, particularly my experience when she is playing in the inter-college competitions in Usmania city region, as well as in the many nationals and international levels. I have always seen her learning, and I heard a lot about her. She has dedicated a lot and she sacrificed a lot. She has never gone out of home or family wedding, family parties, everything. So that's how and the achievement that she has achieved today. And she is a fantastic, aggressive and top class professional badminton player, I can say you.
Absolutely. I mean, not just a badminton player, I think an athlete on the whole, considering what she's been doing since 2011, ever since bursting onto that scene. I remember in 2012 when she broke into the BWF top 20 rankings. Ever since, she's not looked back, and it's been quite fathomable to say the least. Let me get in, of course, Mr. Ashwath on the show as well. And so when we talk about this particular final, her opponent, of course, who've always kind of had a great rivalry with her in the past, the Japanese, the world number 4, I'm talking about Nozomi Okuhara. How convincing was the performance? It was comprehensive, it was emphatic. 21-7, 21-7 really flatters PV Sindhu, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, congratulations may be a cliche for over last couple of days to her. Everyone would have called her and told her, including the Prime Minister, President, everyone. But yeah, eventually congratulations to her from my end too. But yeah, if you look at the pattern in which the tournament went on, she merely dropped one set in the whole tournament, and that too was with who's a Thai player, I think Taipei player.
Correct.
And she was kind of always the nemesis for I mean, along with Carolina Marin and Thi, both of them were the nemesis for her in the previous tournaments also, wherever she went. So that was the first hurdle, and I felt she won the tournament there. I mean, there I think she would have probably thought that this is where the moment where I carry on to win this tournament, and eventually the 36 minutes in the final was just like a one-sided highlights that we saw, and it was comprehensive. I mean,
it was comprehensive. You look at that first set in particular, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, 18-5 to go up against Okuhara really deflated her in that particular game, and then she went on to clinch it pretty much in similar fashion in the second game as well. And I think Gopi Chand, also her coach, needs to be given lots of credit because he's stuck by her. He's given her all the insights and gyan you need to know on the badminton court, and especially considering he's from Hyderabad too, it's a perfect coach sort of player relationship that we expect when we say Sindhu and of course Gopi sir. Now, having said that, let me come back to you, Mr. Farooq, because when we talk about PV Sindhu, she's so down to earth, she's so humble, she's modest. Do you think that's her key to success and how she's really changed this silver to now gold?
See, really, every sportswoman has the greatest qualities within them.
Correct.
And basically, when you come across a character plays a vital role which takes you top of the world, and that's how she is today. And all the time, what we have seen her in her career. She is very humble, down to earth, very decent, highly disciplined. In fact, father himself is a great man, Arjuna awardee, Mr. Ramanrao Garu in volleyball, and her mother and then her grandmother, they all have a fantastic family members supporting her, taking to the achievement of the highest level. But when it comes to the game, you see, she is very aggressive. What we have watched the match, her body language like an athlete, the way she was moving, quick reflexes and high reflexes, you can say, are top class mesmerizing performances, the mind blowing performances that she has been given over there, and she knows she wants to kill the court over there on that particular day to give a gift to her mother as a birthday gift.
I mean,
and she did it, and she is a proud daughter for her mother and the family members, and we, in fact, we all Indians, we proud and we really congratulate you, Sindhu. You are the best, and no one can stop you going and winning furthermore medals in for the country. I'm sure about it.
I mean, absolutely. I resonate with exactly what Mr. Farooq's saying. I think the whole nation watching this, the viewers back home, would of course share the same thoughts. Let me bring in Priyanka, who joins us right now. Priyanka, simply sum up Sindhu's performance yesterday in a couple of words, let alone one.
I think just determination and fitness. I changed determination to actually smartness. Because at that level, when you're playing number 4 and number 3 and number 2 in the world, everyone has the same technique. Everyone knows how to stroke a ball. Everyone knows how to stroke a shuttle. Everyone has the same skill set. You just have to be smart. And I think look at her body from 2018, 2017 to 2019. Look at the muscles that she has built. That has tremendously helped her in fitness. And that's what is the difference for a 21-7, 21-7 win rather than it going to, tiebreakers and multiple sets and giving up sets. And she didn't have to do that because her fitness was so much better. And also, I think she just played smart. She used different techniques, which she wasn't doing before. And I think her coaches are to be attributed to that, because you really do need that. As talented as you are at that level, and she's tremendously talented to pull out all those silvers. But to get the gold, you really need that edge, and it's all about your smartness as well as your fitness, and that's what it comes down to.
So often in sport, we talk about getting things off your back. The monkey off your back, as the proverb goes. Do you think PV Sindhu in many ways has now achieved that gold barrier and there's more to come? It does give you the impression, considering the Tokyo 2020 is on the horizon.
Look at the list of silvers that she had before.
Absolutely.
It's really, your mentality going into a final is like, oh God, at least whenever I went to a final and I lost in the final, you always have that sort of small little, 0.2% doubt in your mind that, oh my gosh, it's going to be like last year, it's going to be like the year before. But there's no room for that in a final. And I think that she really, really proved herself by getting the gold. And absolutely, she's in that gold league now. I think now we're going to see many more golds from her if she keeps her fitness up and if she keeps doing what she's doing.
Absolutely. A gold rush is what we can expect. Priyanka, I'll come back to you in just a moment's time. Let me just get back this Ashwath right now. And we were talking off air, sir, right now about how she's been so dominant against the Chinese shuttlers in particular, especially beating Sai Su in the quarterfinal. That was a game changer, according to you and me. Tell me more about that particular clinical battle.
If you talk about the quarterfinal with Sai, it was like, the first set when she lost. I mean, if someone has, someone for whom the whole match was a set of thoughts that you see in the match. I mean, the way Gopichan was going around her every point and telling her that, calm down, stay calm. Even in the final and the semi-final, I watched through the whole match, I could see that, there were two different perspectives from the two coaches, if you could see very clearly. If you see the technical advantages that Sindhu had was she was height.
Correct.
I mean, the height was more than the opponent. Her reach was more. And also, if you go to the Far East, Chinese and Singaporean shuttlers, you generally see them getting into longer rallies, tiring your opponent out, and then hitting the final, hitting shot or something like that. But especially PV Sindhu has had problems with her attacking game. I mean, she's a very attacking player.
Absolutely.
She attacks a lot. I mean, sometimes a lot more. That is where, if you saw the Olympic final, Carolina, she beat her on her attack. I mean, she was going into the longer rallies, getting Sindhu a little tired on the rallies, and the final shot would come when was the most tiresome Sindhu sitting out there. I think that is where the tactical thing came in from Gopichan. He has tuned her. I think he's the best guru in the sport right now that she has.
Correct.
And,
absolutely.
that is where she tactically probably worked on. And you could see 21-7. She could finish it off in her second, third shot.
Which is great. And I think the key takeaway from this, at least what I gather, is the fact that she's learned from her lessons. Fair enough, you can complain saying it's silver, silver, silver. But it's just about time. It's inevitable to get that gold. And it was on Sunday for the day for her. Let me just get back to you, ladies and gentlemen, because let's now play out a particular offering about the girl herself. I'm talking about me catching up with PV Sindhu after she, of course, bagged the Asian Games silver medal last year. She talked to me about a few things in that particular interview, and she lent insight to just how her success to mantra was so key and carries on to be so. Take a look. So how has it been in the last 5 years? Because you've had a stellar run, not just to the top of the world, but in terms of medal after medal. Has that changed in many ways since you started the sport?
Well, definitely yes, because every year, every time I've started or I've been winning matches or tournaments is completely different feeling, because when I started at the age of 8.5, like nobody thought that I would come so far, and step by step, year by year, I've been improving. So at last, getting a medal at the Rio, which is like one of the greatest moments of my life, and after that my life has definitely changed a lot. And when you compare before Olympics, after Olympics, it's totally a different feeling. And after that, my life has definitely changing. I've been changing in every way, like on court, off court, like media, like people recognizing me, autograph, photograph.
Is that an inner voice which you kind of tell yourself, okay, now I've kind of risen to this platform, so I need to be careful of what I say?
Definitely yes. When you're there, when everybody is looking up to you, talking to you, and everybody wants to become like you, it is not so easy. Like when you actually be there on the stage, you should know what you're talking and how you're talking, and when you give them your presence, because everybody would look up to me that I want to become a Sindhu, or what should we do, or what should we not do. I mean, I just say that the private life has been little.
Correct.
Yeah.
So what is your cliche advice to youngsters or girls coming up and being like, we really want to take a page out of your book? So what do you say?
Definitely, I think a few things which I feel is very important for a player or for a guy or a girl to come up in their life is definitely hard work, which is the key for success, because it's not like every parent should understand that it's not just 1 or 2 years of hard work, because every time they want their child to become a champion and they think that, okay, we want our child to join Gopichan Academy, and they think that, okay, fine, if we join Gopichan Academy, they're going to become champions. Well, it's not so easy.
It's not a given.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so easy as they say, but they should also understand that it's lots of years of hard work that we've
And hard work is something that which I read, the fact that you used to travel 56 kilometers day in, day out. And that's really paid dividends, right?
Yes,
In many
definitely
ways?
yes. I mean, there were ups and downs. There were like there were situations where it was very tough for us to travel because we used to stay in Secunderabad and we had to come to Kachibowli. So it was very tough for us. Then my mom had to take VRS and like my dad took VRS. So there were lots of sacrifices in life, like
Correct.
from the parents until the students, and there were always lots of sacrifices. So it feels really happy that there were a lot of sacrifices in life. Your parents supported you, motivated you. And I think in one way, definitely, I'm very lucky to have parents like that because being sports persons, they know what it is and because they have seen that level. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, so from when I started playing or they keep giving me or they keep telling me like this is how it is, this should be there, this should not be there. Yeah, maybe sometimes we think that okay, we are in different century or they need to understand things, but
Correct.
some things definitely will be right from their perspective because they have faced those things.
Right, that was PV Sindhu just lending an insight to, of course, all her fans and including me over there. I was absolutely baffled because like I've touched upon in this show already, she remains one of the most humble and modest sportspersons I've ever interviewed, and that of course is quite sensational with all her brilliant achievements so far in her young career. And I say that because she's just 24. And let me just get it back to the discussion right now because you have 3 minutes to wrap up. And what I want to know from each of you all individually here right now, and I'll start with Farooq sir, is the fact that she just completely is on point with her game right now. She's probably playing the best badminton in her career. Do you think next year, Tokyo 2020, that gold will be secured by her? Or is it putting too much pressure on PV Sindhu?
No, I don't think there will be a pressure when she is carrying on in this sort of a form and this sort of fitness particularly.
Okay.
She knows she has a game and now she has to focus more on the fitness as well as she has to carry her fitness along with the game, and she will definitely have a great high class success over there. And she knows whomever she is coming across to meet the opponents. She knows Japanese, she knows Chinese, she knows all Singaporeans, she knows US. She knows each and every player over there about their tactics, about their techniques, about their fallbacks, about their downfalls, everything.
Correct.
And the weaknesses. And I'm sure about that. She might be watching hundreds of videos or whatever, she has it. And I think she will carry on with a great inspiration, with all the blessings from each and every Indian, and she will go and she'll face a high-class challenge over there.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't disagree with that. Quickly, coming up to Mr. Ashwath here, you highlighted, of course, the tactical weakness that was in her game, but now it's been rectified and corrected by Gopi sir and her, of course, on court. In the years to come, she can, of course, probably vouch for that world #1 Umro sport as well, right?
Let me be very specific to what she spoke to in the interview. We had just a snippet out there. See, the parents play a very important role, and that is where, I mean, you can give them food, but who teaches her the hunger is more important.
Very true.
You have to stay put there. I mean, you get ups, downs, lows, injuries. I mean, the coach can always help you with the tactical insights. Parents have to be on the side and say that, okay, this is all is fine. I mean, I remember a point where 2016 she won the World Cup. She was rallied from the airport to her house.
Yeah.
These are the moments.
These are the moments.
Yeah, these are the moments, pinnacles in life. But I've seen a lot of sportsperson after reaching the pinnacle, they just fall down like a pin. But she has kept that tempo for 2017, 18, 19. She won the World Championship. Going importantly into the Olympic year, I think it is very important win for her. But yeah, it's a real turning point for her career. But still, she has to stand by it, control all these things. And tomorrow morning, she may get a couple of days break, and then it's diet, gym, and practice.
Yeah, I mean, it's eat, sleep, kill it in the court and repeat maybe. And Priyanka, I'll come with you. Last question, of course, to you. And that is what I want to ask you about PV Sindhu and how she's just simply maintained how successful she's been over the last 3-4 years. More gold medals, I presume. And how much does she excite you as a sports fan in general?
Oh, I think she's done wonders for Indian sport and for girls around the world who are playing sport in general. And as she said, what struck me and what I related to in the interview the most is it's not that easy. You need an incredible team around you. You need to have the best fitness levels. And now she's going into Tokyo 2020 with her eye on the gold as a world champion with a gold medal under her belt. So I think she's in a great spot. As she said, it's very difficult special to be a PV Sindhu where everyone wants to be a PV Sindhu. But, I think that she's just doing her thing. She's playing her game. She's keeping her fitness. As her father said, she just remains very humble. Good habits. It all comes down to those fundamental habits that you keep. Your fitness, if you keep it fit, and if you just play your game and do your thing and enjoy it. And that's what she seems to be doing. You can tell with the interview that you had given her that we saw just a minute ago. So I think that she's hands down, straight set, Tokyo 2020 gold champion.
Absolutely, and well summed up there, Priyanka. We appreciate your time. We appreciate, of course, Mr. Ashwath's time as ever, as well as Mr. Farouk's. And it's been an absolutely brilliant show to dissect and salute India's latest golden girl. We've had so many in this year already. The latest is, of course, PV Sindhu. And there's more to come, I presume, considering she has the humility and, of course, she has the hunger too. Thanks so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. But keep watching India Ahead, because I'm back in a few minutes' time to give you all the yarn that you need to know in the world of news. Thanks for watching, though. I'm back soon.